All right, out and about. Jaimie-Lee King, hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Very, very well. We're less than a week away, I suppose. We're officially 5 days from when the Nutrien sale, I suppose, begins on the Friday. But how's the excitement level going for you?
Yeah, excited and all the same. Looking forward to it coming to an end. It's been a long season. Certainly drags it out a little bit, but yeah.
I quite often say you put a post up about the truck driving out and you had the APG sale, you had a good draft of horses going through that, and you get a little bit sad when the babies leave home. Like, this is it for 2022 when these 5 go onto the truck. That's the end of the yearlings for this year.
Yeah, it probably makes it a little bit harder that these guys have stayed home a little bit longer, so you get a little bit more attached to them the longer they stay. But yeah, it's exciting to see where they end up.
One of the things, I was at Monty Burnett's this morning. Lee Miles, Ellison Miles, these people probably think, they're putting them for sale, what are they doing? But you actually fall in love with them, don't you? It is sad to actually put them through a sale and be able to sell them.
Yeah, absolutely, yep.
Yeah, it's a different side to what you're seeing. The catalogue's out. If anyone hasn't got the catalogue, you can go to nutrienequine.com.au. Yeah, nutrienequine.com.au, or you can find the catalogues at some of the racetracks and the likes to be able to check out the pedigrees. Myself and Jamie, we could stand here and talk about, I suppose, the pedigrees as we're going, but I thought we might just try a little bit different and just talk about each of the 5 that you have got going through the draft. There's a couple with some good stories or different stories about, you got a mark on one of the boys' noses and things like that. We'll talk about those, but just try and explain, I suppose, a little bit about these horses and what they do mean to you, because as I say, they're more than just a horse here on the place, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right, and I think that any potential purchasers already know the pedigree. The pedigree's there for you to look at, and most of the pedigrees, sort of speaks for itself a little bit. So yeah, it's good to get another side to it.
Anyone wondering, the one trying to bite me, that is lot number 216, Perfect Sense, and she probably wouldn't mind having a little nip at me from time to time.
Yeah, no, she definitely would. Yeah.
Well, we can start out of order. I mean, we don't have any real order, but this is one of the fillies. This would be one of the highlights, I suppose, of the sale going through. But she's got a lot of character about her too, hasn't she? She
does. Actually, all 3 fillies, which it's not unusual for our fillies to have a bit of character about them, with particularly the way that we raise them. They normally have a fair bit of personality about them. But yeah, she's a lovely filly, and her pedigree speaks for itself. No Nuratak Bella needs no introduction. You get the Western Ideal, and then you got the Perfect Sense Art Major, and then you got the Better's Delight. It speaks for itself, really.
Sometimes we undersell it. Mum was just a super racehorse. Just a lovely horse, won 150,000 or just under. Beautiful racehorse, contested in most of the Group 1 races of her age and sex at the time. Just a lovely mare.
She was, and she's a lovely broodmare as well. She's a lovely temperament. She's pretty unlucky in a few of her races not to have won a big one, but we like her as a broodmare, and she's definitely adapted well to that. She's got a great temperament, so.
And the family just keeps getting better. You say there to it before about Nuratak Bell. Did I get it right?
Nuratak Bella, yeah.
Yeah, did get it right.
Yeah.
Nuratak Prince, horses like that, they're high-speed horses. They might end up in America or somewhere like that, but their horses are going to keep improving. So you buy a horse like this, I keep saying it, the quality of fillies in this sale, Better's Delight filly out of a Group 1 winning mare that's got Group 1s all the way through, but going to keep improving too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got Turn It Up in that family, who won an Auckland Cup and that, and he's been a sensational racehorse. But yeah, it's a really good family, and she's got a bit of a character. She just went and tried to give one a boot, but
well, she actually touched the fence, and you touched it before and you thought it's not working. It is working. She just got a little zap off it. It might not be working to full steam, but she did get a little zap off it, that's for sure. Yeah. We might stick with the fillies. 177 is the He's Watching illustrator. One of Bruce's great catch cries is that have a yearling for everyone, but this has got a terrific family behind it, and there is a good story behind Illustrator as a mare. Yeah,
and she's definitely an underrated filly. She's produced 6 foals to the racetrack for 6 individual winners, but she was actually the first mare that Bruce brought at a yearling sale, and he raced himself, and she only won 1 race for him, but she's been an incredible broodmare and a good starting point for the farm. So
I've learned a lot about Bruce the last 12 months through Breed to Succeed and a few other things, being able to talk to him and the likes. And I reckon that's key, what you just said. It's the first horse he actually purchased. He's very methodical about how he goes about his purchases and what he looks for and the likes. It's just got to be a great lead-in point. You get the chance to get a filly out of where it all started for Durham Park.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's been just such a great mare, and she looks amazing, and she always holds the condition really well, and she has lovely little foals, and they're quite underrated, I think.
She's got a full brother that was quite a nice 2-year-old. He won 2 races himself, but contested 2 Group 1s and a Group 2 race as well, making the finals of. His name's just Star Hunter.
Yeah, Star Hunter, yeah.
Did come back. Unfortunately, it looks like injuries have cruelled him, but so the line actually works. That's the other part about it. You're buying a cross, it does work.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, with a progeny, that they've been great little horses for anyone looking to, buy something that's not at the top of the market, and that they certainly go under the radar.
We did the yearling videos, and she was the first one up, and she did it quite easy, didn't she?
She's a beautiful filly,
She was really, really good. It's interesting, you go filly colt, filly colt, filly colt. The last horse that goes through the sale, and late in the sale for you, it's going to be a long day, but it's lot number 251 is the American Ideal filly at a Unique Desire.
Yep.
She's a nice filly.
She is a nice filly, yep. She's got a bit of size about her, really happy with her. So.
Yep, and she's a pleasure to have around the place.
She is, yep. She's easy enough to do anything with. She's probably, they've been a little bit small. Unique Desire's not a very big mare herself, and that this one's, she's got a bit of size about her, and I think the American Ideal really worked for her well. So yeah, she's a lovely filly.
I know, talking to Mark Hughes, the American Ideal isn't just about booked out again for next year. You can't get them, so that's the one thing about it.
Yeah.
And the fillies do a terrific job.
Yeah, so absolutely. Yeah.
It's a good little cross, and she's well grown out. Is that her?
No,
that's not her. The other one, they actually walked off. They look similar. One's got a star, one hasn't. So, but other than that, they're just pretty plain little bays, but they're just nice types, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yep, they're all nice types, and they've all got a bit of character about them. But I don't think that hurts them when they hit the racetrack. And I think that just goes a long way to saying that they haven't had a bad experience, and we haven't made any errors in their handling. The fact that they're so well spirited. So.
Not sure exactly the time. I don't have my phone on me, but it's 5 o'clock on a Monday night. So for people that are wondering, these aren't cooped up in boxes. These guys are out in the paddock. There's 4 horses out here. There's a nanny I gave it to look after them, but they're in a, how big's a paddock? 25 acres?
Yeah, about 25 acres. Yeah.
On a Monday afternoon before the sale, and the boys are just across the road. They've got no intentions of coming up to us and having a chat to us. But the first of those going through is lot number 200, an Art Major out of Molly's Ideal. A half brother to act now. You don't really have to say much more when you want to go through the pedigree page, but he's a cracker, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a cracker. He's got a few. He's sporting a few war injuries with his head and that, as we've spoke about, but nothing that will affect him going forward.
So he just got the kick to the head, and it unfortunately just makes it look a little bit ugly.
Yeah, he's got a few lumps and bumps on his head where he put his head in the wrong spot, but we've had all that looked at, and there's no problems as far as we're concerned and our vets are concerned. And if there's a problem with our horses that we know about, you'll know about it, and if we don't know about it, we genuinely don't know about it. So.
There's a lot of knowing about that there. You know that, don't you?
There is a lot of knowing.
If you got it wrong, someone will pick you up on it. But it's not an unsightly mark, but it is there. You can actually see it, but it doesn't detract from him, especially his body. He's just got a lovely body, a little bit different build to Act Now. He's froze to that Art Major. He's got a lot more body about him, hasn't he? Yeah,
he does. He's got a really good body about him, and he's got a bit of presence about him and that. And when we weaned him, we named him Odin because I was right into the Vikings series at the time, and Odin was like the god of gods on the Vikings, and we were like, oh, that's pretty fitting for him being, a half brother to Act Now, so that's how he got his name. But yeah, he's a bit special.
I say it a lot. Durham Park, it's a family affair. I mean, you're the only one with Brendan's here up the top there, but the staff, I class the staff as family. Like everyone's, everyone's involved together. When Act Now won I think it was a Breeders' Crown. Yeah, it was a Breeders' Crown, and at Melton, I was there, fortunate enough to be there that night, and you all share in the wins as well, don't you? It's a big affair, but you all enjoy it.
Yeah, like a lot of work goes into the horses, from breeding them to raising them, and you do feel a part of it, no matter whether you're a part of the ownership or not. And Bruce has always been very involving with everybody, and it's great.
Yeah, it is good. So he's back in work now.
He is, yep.
Yeah, good to see. He's a pin-up horse for the harness world, that's for sure. The last of your colt, second last of your draft, but he's going to be the last one we're going to be highlighting today. A Better's Delight colt. I think there's 5 or 6 in the sale, so there's not a lot of them in there. Out of Ultimate CC. Ultimate CC herself is by Christian Cullen, so you get the Golden Cross. And funnily enough, when I was looking through the pedigree there before, there's a horse in the pedigree who I think won $100,000 in stakes itself, was a horse called the Golden Cross.
Yeah, yep, that's right. It's a really good cross that you get there, and like we said, we like the Better's Delight so much that Ultimate CC is now back in fold to Better's Delight. So we think it's a good cross, and we'll keep sticking to that.
That is a good little. But no, she's a lovely mare herself. She's left CC in America, which he's just a terrific horse. Just keeps going around week after week and just does a great job. Trained at Charlton by Joey Thompson actually at the minute, and everyone that gets behind him, he gives a lot of the junior drivers a good thrill too. So he's just a lovely horse. I think he's won 10 or 11 races so far.
Yeah, so, he's a great old horse. Yeah,
he is a good little horse. And there's nothing to report with him, is there? No. Just
that he was gelded, back in December because he was deemed a rig, and but otherwise, he's a lovely gelding now, and Better's Delight, did a lot of favours really with this cross, so I'm really happy with him.
Yep, and that's key that he is gelding. We must make sure we put that out. So that is lot number 248, which it is in the catalogue, as he's a gelding, or the online catalogue anyway. That he is a gelding. So and you can get all those regular updates. Alan Parker, the last one will be getting done tomorrow, so that'll be the last one for the sale. So once you log on to the Nutrien Equine site, you'll be able to see all the red writing and all the updates, and that'll be definitely there in red writing as well. Sale starts, well, there's a live parade on the Saturday, but the weekend starts Thursday, Friday. When are you going to be?
We plan on being there by about lunchtime Friday.
Yep.
With our 5, we're just going to sort out the farm first, and we'll head down, and we're going to transport these horses ourselves, so we're under no time restrictions there. But we hope to be there by lunchtime.
And you'll be ready for the parade on Saturday?
Yep, absolutely.
Sale starts, the parade starts 1 o'clock on the Saturday. Sale starts at 11 o'clock on Sunday, and it'll be all live streamed, so you don't miss out. Make sure you get your registrations and your cards all sorted out, but don't forget to come and check out the Durham Park draft. There's a fly that was just sitting there in my eyesight and it was annoying me. From lunchtime Friday, get out there before the parade starts on the Saturday. Give the guys a little bit of grace. When I say the guys, everyone a bit of grace. Probably from 12 o'clock onwards, I'll be getting them ready for the parade. But then after that, it's make sure you get there and inspect them and spend the time. Have a talk to yourself, and Bruce will be there, no doubt.
Yeah, Bruce will be there. We'll all be there for the whole weekend. So yeah.
And get to find out a little bit more. It's the smallest draft you've taken to a sale for a while.
Yeah, it is. It's actually, I can't complain too much. It's been a bit of a breeze just having 5 horses in comparison to like 15. So yeah, it's been not too bad. Yeah,
but it's full on, isn't it? There's the sales. Everyone, as I said, I've been to a few places today. I was quite a few places last week, and it gets upon you very, very quickly, and then all of a sudden, and the excitement level builds, and there's a fair bit going in behind the scenes, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we try to still keep our horses in the paddock, and that's really important to us, that they get their time out in the paddock like this. And they've been coming in overnight and being boxed for the last month, just overnight, and then during the day they go out with their mates, which they've blown a little bit of a coat. I could have boxed them for 6 weeks, but at the end of the day, what's better for the horse is better for us. And
I might do a survey. I'm going to start asking some of the trainers who worries about the coat, because I think it's you guys are preparers that are more worried about it than the people that will be buying them, because they've got a little bit of a coat. They haven't got winter coats. They just got they haven't got their summer coat. It's probably the best way of putting it. And so you can see they're just starting to change, but everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, that's right. We're all in the same boat, particularly down here. Like, our overnight temperatures have been about 6 degrees. Like, we've had a fire going for the last week, but it's more important to keep the horses happy for us. Our long-term focus is their racing careers, and we don't believe in boxing them and not having to overfeed them and things like that. So. And
then they're not fried when they, the people buy them, the purchasers get them and take them home. They can get them broken in straight away. They don't need to go for a spell, because they're only just starting their preps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can see by the clouds behind, there's every chance you guys are going to get another stormy. I reckon every time I come here there's a storm. The sun shines, I will give you that. I don't think I've been here and the sun hasn't shined. I was one day you cancelled me and there was no sunshine, I know that. But yeah, no, you can see the clouds are starting to roll in again. Jamie, thank you for joining me. I'll be annoying you, don't you worry about that. I'll be bugging you on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something along those lines. But thanks very much for joining me, and good luck on the weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.